YouTube? What is up? Welcome back to the Radar for Rasslin Studios.
What up, Mox?
Guys, NXT just finished up. I thought it was an okay episode of NXT. The NXT after the massive, tremendous show that was NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. It's going to be a letdown because you were so hyped from NXT Takeover, how good it was. It's going to be a little bit of a letdown here, but we have new developments in the Adam Cole Undisputed Era saga. Developments in that. We have a lot of stuff going on there. We have some developments in the Dusty Classic winners. Some interesting stuff going on there. We didn't get the match we were supposed to get between Santos Escobar, Karrion Kross. That was changed to next week. So we got probably a better main event in this one than we would have got with that. So we have two takeaways from the show. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. But before we get into this video, I remind you guys, drop a like on this video, drop a comment as what you guys think of NXT, how the show went down, what do you think is going to happen in the future going forward for NXT, and we just want to hear more of your comments and how you guys see the wrestling business right now. We love the community growing, want it to continue to grow, so we implore you to come into the comment section below and comment on what you guys think of what's going on, of our videos or in general, what you guys think of the channel or just wrestling in general, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're all here for that, so we appreciate you guys for commenting and creating that discourse down there in the comment section. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. Notification you guys whenever the new videos drop, social medias, all that stuff pop out on the screen. Let's get right into it. Two takeaways from NXT on the USA Network. So NXT started off with Kyle O'Reilly in the ring. Obviously, you remember at Takeover Vengeance Day, he was super kicked by Adam Cole after Adam Cole super kicked Finn Balor. So he's out there, and I didn't like the promo that he cut at first because he sounded kind of whiny and cryy about it. I didn't like the way he came off in that. I think he should came out more upset and a more angry. But he calls out Adam Cole, and he says he's going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's probably going to fight him a little bit, but he's going to give him the benefit of the doubt because they're brothers in the end. Roderick Strong comes out, interrupts interrupts Kyle O'Reilly in the place of Adam Cole, and he didn't cut a good promo either. It's just he doesn't come off that well on the mic. I think he needs to just change his style, change his mannerism, something like that. But these guys, they don't come
himself, you mean?
I guess, because they don't come off that well on the mic to me anyways. But he's still asking for Adam Cole. Then he starts to pick it up. Kyle O'Reilly starts to yell a little bit, get a little more animated. So that came off better. Finn Balor comes out instead of Adam Cole, and then Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly get in face to face, and they get attacked by Pete Dunne, Lorcan, and Birch. So the attack happens, they drop them down. Then the set up that this will be the main event, a 6-man tag with all these 6 competitors because Santos Escobar left. He said he's not gonna face Karrion Kross this week. He's not doing it. So William Regal says you better face him next week. If not, you're gonna be suspended and stripped of your title. So that's the way the show started off. We're going to get this main event instead of the other one, which is probably better. But next thing on the show, we had Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon taking on the Ways, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Interesting because they're still looking for Austin Theory, who was abducted.
He's missing, man.
Yeah, he got the chloroform to the face and abducted by Dexter Lumis. During the match, though, you have a van pull up. A
white creepy van.
A creepy ass van pull up, and then you have Austin Theory kind of get out, like leave, and he shows up and he's all tied up in kind of like his underwear, and then that pretty much causes Shotzi and Moon to win the match, and the Way doesn't really care because they got Austin Theory back. So that's pretty much all there is to that. I mean, there's not much. I still like that the fact that they have these tag teams as women tag teams. I like Shotzi and Ember as a team. It's a cool team. I like the vibe, the way they come on the tank together. It's cool stuff. I enjoy it. So that's cool. And the Way still together as Indy and Candice, but we'll see what happens eventually with Dexter Lumis. Get his shot eventually as North American Championship.
I mean, it has to be. He just literally abducted a human being and then tied him up and threw him on his underwear in a creepy. Now he has a creepy van, so he can abduct whoever he wants. Now think about that. He can just throw him in their van, and no one knows what happens to him. That's an
awesome development in character that he has a van now. So probably the only thing the guy was missing was that van.
I mean that parking lot in NXT we know is the most dangerous place on the earth.
It is.
So I mean, you get kidnapped, you get attacked. Now you're gonna get abducted.
People get run over. Yeah,
run over. I mean, it's almost. I mean, somebody tore a Lamborghini later in the show here in this parking lot. I mean, this parking lot's super dangerous.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about two things. So we had the Lamborghini getting destroyed. It was Cameron Grimes, who's the billionaire now. Cameron Grimes off his Wall Street money. They cut that promo where he's living his best life. He's vacationing, and then he crashes his Lamborghini. He doesn't care. Actually, buy another one. I mean, that's chump change for him. But next,
off the Aventador.
After this, we have Pat McAfee cutting a video, and he's in his private jet. He's flying to he says he's flying somewhere warm because how cold it is, and he's talking about how he was right about Adam Cole. Adam Cole's a scumbag, and he's right about it. So he says he's calling calling that out. So I could see Pat McAfee back in the fold a little bit because of the Adam Cole developments. So that would happen. Next thing on the show will be Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Leon Ruff. Ruff gets the win here, and then you have Isaiah Swerve Scott seem to like, kind of shake his hand, but he ends up attacking Ruff. So Swerve, full on heel now and attacking Ruff, and that was pretty much all there is to that. We'll see where that goes. It's probably some 205 live stuff maybe we'll see, or Cruiserweight Championship stuff.
Leon Ruff, man, the man just shocks the world every night.
He does, yeah. He's the underdog, the ultimate underdog. Next thing on the show was Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter versus Aaliyah and Jessie Camilla. This was interesting because the match wasn't nothing to write home about. Carter and Catanzaro got the win, but you have Boa at the top of the ramp kind of looking down, and then after the match you have Xia Li showing up. She would confront Carter and Catanzaro. Catanzaro would talk to her and tell her like, we're supposed to be friends and I don't know what you're doing now, whatever. She grabs Catanzaro's wrist, holds it, puts 2 markings on there and says, next week I will purge you. So we'll see. I mean, I'm interested by the storyline of her character, and I'm interested to see where they take it mostly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this whole thing has been going on for months now, and it continues to build. Just intrigued, and it's got me interested. You can go so many different ways, so many different interesting little things you can throw out there, different character, just a whole bunch of stuff you can throw out there. So I'm excited to see what they do. I trust in the NXT brass to get something entertaining, and they did a good job so far. Let's just enjoy it, man. It's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. I mean, they're going on a limb with this stuff, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, why not?
Next thing on the show, we have Beth Phoenix in the ring with the Dusty Classic trophy. She introduces MSK first. MSK comes out, hugs her, gives a promo about how they're going to go after Lorcan and Birch, but they don't have any interaction with Lorcan and Birch because obviously Lorcan and Birch are involved in a much bigger storyline right now, so they're gonna have to wait their turn. Then you have Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez come out. They're there excited, talking about how they're gonna eventually face the tag team champions. They get interrupted by Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler. They show up on NXT. They haven't been there in a while. They show up there. They walk face to face with Baszler and the Baszler and Jax with Kai and Gonzalez, while MSK is in the corner with Beth Phoenix eating popcorn. I think this okay. So they presented this to try to legitimize the belts that have been, useless this entire time. So it came off like in the beginning. Before I saw MSK in the corner eating popcorn, I felt like, oh, okay, maybe they're trying to like put this in a big spot, right? These tag team titles make this a big moment, and then you just look in the corner and they're acting silly with the popcorn and stuff like that. Yeah. They have a lot of back and forth between the 4 of them. It didn't really come off that well. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it just didn't come off well. I felt like the scripts they were giving weren't all that great. The stuff they were saying, but MSK heard it as well being in the corner. She got their own segment separately, but I just felt like they had an opportunity to really. It's not going to do it in one shot, but to build it up at least somewhat so you're actually excited for the tag team belt to be on the line. And the match will take place March 3rd. So I think they a missed opportunity here.
For sure. I don't see why they need to have them eating the popcorn and like just kind of making a joke of a mockery of a Dusty Classic trophy, and then the women's tag team belts are already pretty much a joke. And it was, besides Nia, the other promos aren't strong. So it's like it didn't flow that well the entire thing. And then you got these guys distracting you in the corner, so you weren't paying attention to what they were talking about. It was not a good segment, not a good start to the new women's tag team feud. Just not a great start.
Yes, it wasn't a good start. They could have done so much better, and they just didn't. Yep. Next thing the show is Kushida versus Tyler Rust. Interesting that this match would happen, but Kushida gets the win by submission. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's up with that, but
Malcolm Bivens also, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's really not that great. But Kushida gets the win, so we'll see Kushida. He's still not over with Johnny Gargano. I don't think they'll probably have maybe another matchup sooner or later. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Next thing the show is Zoe Stark making her NXT debut versus Valentina Feroz. Zoe Stark gets the win. They just try to showcase her as much as possible. She pulled out a lot of moves and squash match. So that's pretty much all there is.
Got her shit in.
But let's get to the first takeaway, and it's this man right behind us, LA Knight, the former Eli Drake. Okay. To start off, the name is terrible, LA Knight. It's a shit name. Terrible. It's corny. It makes no sense. I don't understand why it's called LA Knight. Yep. Is he like from LA? Is he what is it? What sense does it really make? No. I don't know if they couldn't keep the name Eli Drake, but this is his second turn in NXT. So he's back. But I enjoyed the promo that he cut. It's simple. It was outside of his house. He's talking trash about he's the hottest guy in NXT. You can tell by his promo style that he's The Rock has a big influence just by the way he moves his hands around, similar to The Rock would. But I enjoyed it. He has a really good look to him, tremendous shape, and he's quick on his feet, and he doesn't stumble over his words. It comes out quick, and he's very witty, and I enjoyed his promo a lot. I thought it came off really well. The name is terrible, but I think he's gonna have a good run in NXT, and I think within 6 to 8 months, he's NXT champion. I'm just going to go on a limb and just say that. I think that's a total possibility. Triple H is very high on him, and I am too. The name is terrible again, but himself and the promo that he's able to cut, and he can handle himself in the ring, and he just has a really good look to him, I think. I think that Eli Drake, a.k.a. LA Knight, is... I think he's a big, guy to be in NXT. Old school, like mic work. Like I said, very reminiscent of The Rock, the way he comes off. I'm not saying he's like that level, but he has a lot of mannerisms and comes off kind of similar. You can see the connection between the two, and he has a lot of charisma. So I mean, I just think he could be a big star in NXT, to be honest with you.
The name is like a mid-90s porn star name. It's really, really bad. I don't know what they were thinking. It's like one of those stupid names that you hear that creative gives you, and he took the worst one. So whatever. Or maybe it's the fact that he's trying to make sure when he gets to the main roster, they won't cut his name to one, because both names suck are even worse without the other. So maybe they're doing that. Good promo. The blue glasses were weird. They were throwing me off, especially with the blue shirt and the blue doors behind them. Whatever. I enjoyed the promo. It was solid. I'm excited to see what comes from him. NXT champion stuff, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. It's still too early. We don't know. Great promo so far. We got to see the in-ring work, what kind of feuds he's in, all that stuff. But so far, solid star. Better than a solid star, a very good star. I'm excited. Another star in NXT. We need to keep the stars kind of rolling, especially because some guys are being taken, put on the main roster. Bigger names they put on the main roster, and we've seen a lot of Adam Cole. We've seen a lot of, Finn. We got to see other guys coming up. So excited to see Mr. LA Knight.
Maybe eventually they change the name, but I expect big things from him. I really, like I said, he comes off well on TV. Good look, a lot of charisma. He just has a good presence to him on TV, so I just think it's good stuff. But let's get to the main event. Pete Dunne, Lorcan and Birch versus Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. There's no way this match could have been bad, right? The guys involved, it's not going to be a bad match. But it's interesting what happens during this match. You have Finn Balor going up to the top rope. He gets a distraction by Adam Cole. He comes out, pushes Finn Balor into the ref off the top rope. Then he sets his sights on Kyle O'Reilly. And this is going to... Because you can see the picture behind us, this is takeaway number 2. You see the attack on Kyle O'Reilly. He suplexes him on the steel steps, Adam Cole. So that's officially done with Undisputed Era at this point. Kyle O'Reilly's officially out. There's no coming back from this. He attacks them, causing Roderick Strong to end up taking the NXT title and kind of just like walking behind Finn Balor, I guess, to help him. And then Finn Balor hits him with the Pele kick, and then eventually here comes Pete Dunne, hits him with the finish, drops him, and gets the win. So Dunne pins Balor here.
Takes the fall. Yeah,
he takes the fall, and then you have Adam Cole at the end super kick Finn Balor again and hold the NXT championship. So see where this goes. I mean, it's interesting. I think it was about time, because like O'Reilly in the run that he had kind of outgrew the faction. And he needs to be kind of his own guy, which makes sense. And you have all that history outside of WWE with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole with the Ring of Honor stuff that they did. So I think it's good. I think it's going to come out well in the end. And how does this play? We can maybe get a triple threat match. I don't know how this works, because I always felt like the thing that we're going for was Karrion Kross versus Finn Balor for that main. It can still happen, but like you probably have these triple threat matches going into there, maybe a fatal 4-way. It's just a lot of ways you can go with it, right? Because Pete Dunne's still in the picture. Just so many things that you can go with it, but it's good. It's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, a lot of ways you can move stuff around and move the pieces on a chessboard. So I think it's good stuff. But it was cool to see like Undisputed Era kind of like finally kind of break up for a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, this has all the makings of your typical leader of a stable that the one that got, Triple H, Randy Orton in Evolution, just stuff like that, where the other guy in the group is now the guy in the group and getting all the big matches. So it's definitely like a jealousy point from Adam Cole, so you can build that storyline pretty easily. I'd rather see Cole and O'Reilly kind of have a feud going forward and kind of push Finn out towards Karrion Kross, once he's done with with Legado del Fantasma. I think that makes more sense. I don't want to see a triple threat. I don't want to see a fatal 4-way, too many hands in there. I want to see Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole do their thing. Maybe whoever wins that match gets the number one title shot against Finn. And, there's still WrestleMania. We can still 6 weeks, 8 weeks away. So there's still plenty of time to work out storylines going into that night. It could be a triple threat, it could be a fatal four. I just see more of the Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole getting their feud now, going forward, just because it's the stable mates that are now, one surpassing the other, that, it's coming from behind there. So it's definitely an interesting storyline that's been done before, but it's always a goodie. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking forward to seeing. And Finn carrying, that's the money maker right there. That's what kind of everybody's, both guys have been coming there, and it's with Cross getting hurt and never losing the title, that title is his, and it's time for him to get back in that picture sooner rather than later.
It definitely is, yeah. Not only is this takeaway number 2, it is the highlight of the night.
What's on his mind? No.
Definitely highlight.
So yeah, that was takeaway number 2, the highlight of the night. Kyle O'Reilly being attacked by Adam Cole in the end, so the Undisputed Era seems to be over with. And yeah, I mean, that's it. The babyface run for Adam Cole didn't last that long. He's a natural heel. He should be a heel for the most part. He's a better heel than he's a babyface. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Little solid episode of NXT. We got better towards the end. We got the big payoff at the end. It's, Adam Cole attacking Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's our 2 takeaways from NXT. Remember to like, subscribe, notification bell. Also, hit us in the comment section below what you guys thought of this NXT episode, and what do you think is going to happen with, now you have 5 people in the mix. You have Adam Cole, you have obviously champion Finn Balor, you have Pete Dunne, you have Kyle O'Reilly, and you have Kevin Cross. It's a lot of guys there, so let's see how they play. What do you guys think in the comment section below, how they're going to kind of work it?
Cross isn't really even in there yet.
He's not in there yet.
He's like a minor feud right now, so we'll see what happens. But, I mean, his name is definitely there no matter what. Yeah, so let's in the comment section below what you guys think of how they're going to play it going into these last few months before WrestleMania. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. My first one, and I do the job. Later, Marks.